Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, everybody. Hello. It is Tuesday. Those of you that are watching us this morning, how fun was that? That was pretty fun. Kelly and I went rooster fish fishing this morning. I'll tell you what, it's so fun to rooster fish. That is, I don't know. There's so much stuff to do down here as far as fishing goes, but I'll tell you what, there's nothing more fun for me than fishing for rooster fish. It is insane. The bite, the whole thing. Captain Frank, how are you, buddy? We went out and caught some roosters today. It wasn't as good as it was the day I took you and your fiance, but it was pretty darn good. We got some good roosters today. The bite is always incredible, but thanks for watching this morning. Those of you that watched, if you didn't watch, it's live on Facebook this morning, Fishing Roosters. But gang, it's Promar Ahi Tuesday. We always talk about a Promar product, and we're talking more about rockfish fishing today. We talked about it a lot yesterday. We're going to talk more about it today. So thanks for joining us. Everybody across all social media, thank you for everything. Unbelievable month. The months on social media go from the 16th to the 15th. So today we're finishing up the month across all social media, and you won't even believe it. I can't believe it. Between all four of the social media channels, we had just over 21 million views. I don't know. I feel like maybe I should cry. I don't know. I can't even comprehend that. Staggering amount of views. And it's all because of all of you. I guess it's because you enjoy my content. So thank you all. I'll keep making cool content if you keep watching it. Gang, today we're talking more about rock cod, and I want you to check out these giant rock cod squirts that Promar has out now. Look at these things. They got a 9-aught hook on them. Now that we can drop down to 600-700 feet of water, these things are unbelievable. You want to have one of these or in your tackle box when you're out on a sport boat and he goes, okay, we're going to try a deep spot. Drop these things down there with the 9-aught hook, these big squids. They match the size of the bait squids that you're going to use. These things glow in the dark. They look just like a squid. I put a little strip of squid on them just to give it a little smell when it gets down there. And hang on tight because it's going to get walloped. The big reds love these things. They love them. These glow in the dark. They drop down perfect. It's already a pre-tied gannion. It's rigged up with a 80-pound fluorocarbon and a 9-aught hook. These things are insane. You got to check these out. You need these giant rock cod squirts, glow in the dark. These things are insane. If you haven't been over to the Promar website yet, go to promarahi.com, and you won't believe when you get on the website all the things that Promar Ahi creates, all the different products that you're using on a daily basis anyway that are available for you on the Promar website is mind-boggling. Sabiki rods, squid brails, bait scoops, gaffs, live flash deceptions, these rock cod squirts, the sabikis, so much. So just go over there, check it all out. When you're checking out, put in the code YSWG, and because you watch me and because of all that, you're going to get 10% off. And right now with what's going on in the world, it's always cool to get a discount on anything, gang. You can buy all this stuff at the store, but you're not going to get a discount. So go online, check it out, or go to your local tackle store. Check out all the bitchin' products that Promar has to offer. Gang, today we're talking about rock cod a little bit more, something we didn't talk about yesterday. Super important. You want to use braided line when you're rock cod fishing or rockfish fishing. You do not want to have a top shot. That's so silly. I don't have a top shot on any of my reels. None. I use if you watch that rooster fish video this morning, I use like a 12-inch piece of fluorocarbon, Opsin fluorocarbon. And as I go out fishing, the more I'm out there, the smaller that piece gets. Today we were using a piece maybe 2 inches long because that's what works. But gang, if you're going to go rockfish fishing, you do not want any monofilament on your rod and reel setup. You don't want even an inch of it. Monofilament, gang, for lack of a better word, is like fishing with a giant rubber band. Now, if you're trolling for marlin, it's good to have that little shock absorbing monofilament top shot, I guess, on your rod. But me personally, I go straight braid to fluorocarbon to a hook, or straight braid to the rock cod squid squirt, or straight braid to my hand-tied dropper loop, or straight braid to my lure. Or no, I'll put a piece of fluorocarbon between the lure and the rod. So what I want to talk to you about today, though, is braided line filled to the rim all the way to the top. If you can see the sides, like this one, I can see the sides of the spool a tiny bit. My reel's not full. I want it filled all the way to the tip top. I like to use this Makira 10. I think this thing's bitching. The crankability is phenomenal when I'm using a 1 pound weight and I'm fishing in 600 feet of water with this big power handle. It just grinds those fish right up to the top. We'll talk more about the Okuma products tomorrow, but this reel is a powerhouse for fishing rockfish. But gang, you do not want your reel to have monofilament on it. You do not want it to have fluorocarbon on it. You want it, unless you have an epic amount of money, then go straight fluoro. Fill up your reel all the way to the rim with straight fluoro. I couldn't even imagine that, but no, braided line is the key. You want to use braided line. You want your reel filled to the rim with braided line. Why? There's no stretch. Remember what we talked about yesterday? You want to get straight down to the bottom as quick as you can. Well, monofilament, if you throw it in a bucket of water, it floats. Throw some braided line in a bucket of water, it sinks. Braided line is phenomenal for rockfish fishing. It's going to sink straight down to the bottom, and it's all about getting there as quick as you can because, like I talked about yesterday, a lot of the spots on your saltwater guide, the website, and we have a plethora of rock cod spots over there. I don't know anybody else that's allowing you to get into their book and see all their rock cod spots, but I do. I let you go in there. I let you copy them down. I let you go there, and I let you catch those rockfish that live on them. Also, I teach you how to fish those spots, and we're going to do a little bit of that today. You want to use straight braided line because there's zero stretch. Also, you can pretty much feel that fish when he swims by down there at 600 feet if you're using straight braid. And you look down the rail if you're on a sport boat and you see the guys with monofilament on their reel trying to rockfish, their line's going straight out away from the boat. You, with the braid, you're going straight down. Remember, the captain, he's telling you, I'm marking the fish right under the boat at 600 feet or 450 feet or 500 feet. Well, you want your line straight down there under the boat where he's marking them. You don't want it out there a country mile off the side of the boat with your monofilament and your sinkers floating because you got 9 miles of mono out there. Braided line, gang. It's the key to this thing is braided line. You're going to be able to drop right down on top of those rockfish. Then when you get a bite, you set the hook, a little jerk, not a big swing for the fences, home run type of swing. When you're rockfish fishing, right hand on the crank, left hand in front of the reel. Any other way is wrong. I don't care. Don't brag about it. You've been doing it wrong your whole life. Might as well pick a booger and eat it if you're going to brag about doing something wrong your whole life. Your left hand always goes in front of the reel. That's, oh my God. Watch my videos, gang. Only booger eaters fish with their left hand behind the reel and their thumb on the spool. That's the dumbest. That is so lame. I know. That's how your sister's brother's aunt's cousin does it. I know that, but it doesn't make it right. Just because you do stuff wrong 100,000 times, that doesn't make it right. It's still wrong. It is still wrong. So look, left hand in front, hand on the crank, rod up underneath your left arm, set the hook quick, one quick jerk up and turn the handle. When you're setting the hook rockfish fishing, you need to turn the handle at the same time. You don't want to swing and then drop your tip down because here's what happens. that line's down there 450 feet. You do that jig giant swing for the fences, then you just drop your tip, all that slack. Well, that fish is on there, down there. He's 400 feet down, and he's not happy. He's shaking his head violently trying to get that hook out. By the time all that slack goes back and your weight gets tight again, you know what? That fish is gone. And you didn't even know it because you're swinging like a booger eater. You're just swinging for the fences, dropping your tip, swinging for the fences, dropping your tip. If you're going to swing, it's a quick, easy swing. I have a whole video on how to fish rockfish on our website. Everything I'm telling you, gang, is from doing this for a living for 48 years. I'm not making this stuff up. I'm not like, oh, you know, I think it would do. No, I'm telling you exactly how it works. It was very hard for me when I was running sport boats to not get down on the deck and get involved with everything and help every single person. I'd be down there helping 80 people learn how to set the hook. And even you that think you know everything, when I see you doing it wrong, I have to help you and tell you how to do it right. And a lot of people didn't like to learn how to do stuff right. A lot of people like to do stuff wrong. And that's great. That's why there's still so many fish out there, because there's so many of you that don't know what you're doing, even though you think you're an expert. Also, when you set the hook, the only thing you do after you set the hook is this. You heard that, Finn? He's like, what's that noise? That's the reel. This is all you do. Once you set the hook, you turn the handle. You turn the handle, 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 and eventually there'll be one or two fish laying right there on the surface of the water, right by your feet, and then you lift them up over the rail and put them on the deck. You don't swing them on with that 1 pound weight and 2 fish frailing in the wind as you go flinging that whole shit show right. As you go flinging that whole thing up onto the boat, it's like you're throwing knives in the air and a giant chunk of lead, and then it all goes flying all over people, and rockfish are stuck in people's backs and their legs. No, you wind it up to the surface. You do this. When it gets to the surface, you set your rod down at the rail. You reach over with your hands, your 2 hands. You lift your fish up. You lay them on the deck. You take them off. You put them in your sack. You put new pieces of bait on. You go drop it back down to the bottom again. You do not pump and wind your rockfish, gang. Oh, my gosh. I see people do that 500 feet down, and they're pumping and winding, pumping and winding. By the time they're at 300 feet, they've ripped the fish off. Every time you pump, when you're rockfish fishing, you're just tearing that fish a little bigger hole in his mouth, then a little bigger hole in his mouth, and a little bigger hole in his mouth, and eventually he'll fall off. Remember what I always say, man. The people that are really good at jerking that rod are married, and they want to get that fish off as fast as they can. That's just part of being married. I understand. But those of us that know how to fish, we set the hook too quick, but we turn the handle away. We set the hook. Set, turn the handle, set, turn the handle, and then wind the fish to the top. And you just turn the handle slow and steady. You don't wind super fast, because then the fish is spinning around down there on your gannon, and eventually he'll spin so many times he spins off. You turn the handle slow and steady until the fish is at the surface. Set your rod down on the rail, reach over the side, lift your fish onto the boat, and set them down on the boat. That's it. If you do it any other way, pick a big bug. Get a big booger and eat it. And eat it the whole time you're fishing. You might as well, because I'm going to call you a booger eater if I see you. And a lot of the captains that watch us, and you don't, none of the captains watch baloney. The 90% of them can quote everything I say every day. They watch me because I'm funny and I say the things that they wish they could say, but they're afraid to say them because they don't want to offend you when you're out fishing on their boat. But gang, everything I tell you is the right way to do it. You can sit there with your girlfriend's sister's brother right now and go, well, that's not how I do it. Well, then you look pretty lame to him because you're bragging about doing it wrong. You're bragging about doing it wrong. The way I teach is the only way. It is the right way. It is the right way. If you don't do it Dave's way, it's wrong. There's only two ways to do everything on the planet. My way and the wrong way, period. There is no other way. There is no other way. People go, oh, the right way and the wrong. No, Dave's way or the wrong way, period. End of story. That's it. And anybody that's ever fished with me knows that. And I take every single fish and every single bite that we get personal. If we get to a place where a fish is going to bite us, and if we're fishing rockfish, calico bass, bluefin, roosterfish, whatever it is, and the fish finally bites our line, I really in my heart believe that we're supposed to catch that fish, and I take every one of them personal. I worked very, very hard to find them for you for the day. I stayed up thinking about how we were going to do it, what we were going to do, and how we were going to approach it. And then we go out and we actually do it. And then I tell you exactly how to do it so that you can put that fish on the boat, and then you pick a big booger and eat it right in the middle of the battle and screw it all up. I take that personal because I want to catch that fish more than you do, because I worked my butt off all day. And that's why I built my bitchin' website, because I want you all to help me. I want you all to be better. I don't want to be seeing you out there looking like you're eating your boogers. I want you all to be fishing and catching fish. It's pretty simple. It's pretty easy. If you go to the fish reports over on our website and listen to all the different people that follow our game plans every week and try to do things exactly the way I say, they are shocked at how easy fishing is. It's really not that hard. What makes it hard is people. People make it hard. Fishing is very easy. It is. But everybody wants to complicate it. And everybody wants to fish for boats. And everybody wants to fish where Jim is. And everybody wants to eat a booger. Gang, it's not that hard. If you did not get the mail, Chimp, that went out about our meeting tonight, send me an email when we get done. If you want to come on and learn how to use the website, those of you that are members and those of you that aren't members, it doesn't matter. We're going to teach you how to use the website. Now that the website's been going for 4.5 years, we have 3,700 members. I thought it might be time to teach everybody how to use it. So thank you all for watching our shows. Thanks for being a part of. Thanks for everything. I appreciate it. I will see all of you on the Zoom meeting tonight. Come one, come all. If you don't have the invitation, send us an email at yoursaltwaterguide@yahoo.com. We'll try to get that invitation out to everybody that wants to join us on the Zoom call tonight. The Zoom call tonight, I think, is 6 o'clock, if I'm correct. Anybody that, I think that's what time I scheduled it for. I don't know. I really literally just got in off the boat, but I believe it's 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 7 o'clock my time. All right, gang. I'll see you tonight. Is it 7 o'clock? I don't remember. Whatever. You'll see it on the email. I don't remember. I know it's my meeting, and I don't even remember. That's how good I am. All right, gang. I'll see you tonight. Thanks for joining us. Adios. Bye.